All right, folks, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite WMMA podcast. Hashtag CB99 Talks, episode 168. Back in the building, y'all. What's going on, man? Good to see some of y'all already in here. If you enjoy talking WMMA over here, which is what we do mostly, make sure y'all hit the like button. What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button. I guess it does help, right, whenever you do that, because then the more people see it, and then you got more WMMA fans, which you got some new people coming in. That's always good. Like Sergio, what's up, man? Marcus, what's up? You got your loyal people like Marcus and Six, and of course Paul and Easy E. But Josh, he's new. I mean, he's like maybe 2 or 3 weeks new. Uh, Close from he's a new. No, he's old school. No, but there's been some new people. What's up, man? Back again, man, and the temperature just went up in my area again. First, we had like some nice days in the 80s, which I don't mind. I like hot weather. I like it. I just don't like being teased. When I think fall is on the way, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and get my mind right because it's about to get cold. But then all of a sudden, it jumps up like 20 degrees. We go back up from 70 to 93. I'm like, man, it just don't work for me. I might let it just stay hot all the way to at least September. That's how I am. Like I like summer so much. I like for the summer just to linger on until like September. Then around October, into September, October, that's when the weather can change. That's how I like it. Like I like my August and September hot. Labor Day's coming up. It's that day people try to get out to the beach and stuff. Man, you know what? I ain't even have I been to the beach this year? I think like once in April, and I didn't even really go out on the beach, but I was in that area. But I ain't been to the beach this year, man. That that just ain't cutting it for me, man. I got to get out there. I just got to make some time, I guess. Well, things been crazy, so maybe as time goes by, I'll be able to when things start to thin out, I can make my way out there. But anyways, man, this past weekend we had some good fights, some good action. I want to talk about. Easy, I've been in Texas suffering with this heat. Yeah, I know, man. Out where you are, I wouldn't I wouldn't wish that kind of heat on anybody. Marcus Bell said he's at work multitasking. Hey, as long as you're here, man, that's all that matters. Don't make any mistakes on your job, but as long as you tuned in here, this is your number one priority. This show is your number one priority, then your job. No, don't let your boss hear me say that. But anyways, man, yeah, this past weekend was good. We had 3 good fights, and I just want to talk about some of the fighters on here because it seems like we got some interesting. How would I put this? I don't want to say I don't want to go too far up and hype somebody up. We got somebody to put all eyes on. Let me put it that way. All right, we got some good fighters to put our eyes on here. So I want to talk a little bit about last weekend. And we got some other fights that's rescheduled. Got a fight coming up weekend after. Nothing going on this weekend. So that gives us a chance to kind of talk. I see Josh wanted me to talk about Dakota a little bit. So yeah, I ain't gonna be on here like 2 hours this time because I got something cooking. But I will just kind of run through some stuff that's gonna be happening throughout the next few days. But yeah, let's jump into something, man. I know some of y'all have seen this, right? Maria Agapova, of course, y'all know she's been cut from the UFC. Looks like she's gonna be making her way to BKFC. Yeah, Maria Agapova is gonna be going to BKFC now. Since things didn't go well in the UFC, that seems to be the route that a lot of people have been going as of lately. I saw this on MMAfighting.com. Let's see. Ex-UFC fighter Agapova signs with BKFC. Says here, the promotion announced on their IG stories on Tuesday, which was yesterday, that Agapova signed with the bare knuckle outfit following a 6-fight run in the UFC. So yeah, she's only been in the UFC for about 6 fights. Okay, just 6 fights. Let's see, no information in regards to a debut date or opponent was real. Agapova hopes a change of scenery can get her fighting career back on track. I mean, I hope so too. I will say this: Agapova and BKFC, it could be a hit or miss. Like, it could be a hit for her because maybe this is what she needs, just to focus on one discipline. We'll see how she's able to handle that, because she is mostly a stand-up fighter. Her issue is dealing with ground fighters. It really is dealing with her ground game. Like, she's been able to get submissions over people, but her overall like ground IQ just has never been solid. Like, she's always been known to give up her back in fights, and just kind of struggles when she's dealing with somebody with way better jiu-jitsu or better offensive grappling. But Agapova, that's where she struggled. But on the feet, that's where she kind of thrived, right? But it could be a miss too, because again, is it the change of scenery? Like, as far as where she's fighting, like, or was it stuff going on behind the scenes? You know what I mean? That could be the one thing about her. Like, it could be whatever issue she's having, she could carry it over to BKFC too. So I'm glad she's got something going for her. I mean, me personally, I probably would rather seen her go over to like LFA or like Invicta FC. Seeing over there is like still MMA, but on a lower level, where I think she could polish her skills up. Like, what do y'all think about that? Would y'all rather seen her go to LFA or Invicta? Because that way she would still be in her same stomping ground. Like, BKFC ain't nothing to play with. I was binge watching some some bare knuckle boxing one night, and even though I was familiar with it, like, as I sat down and watched it, I was like, this is crazy. Every single fight was ending in a finish, and the finishes, they look so much more nastier than boxing. I know boxing has a high death rate, regular old boxing, with the official gloves, your 12-ounce, 8-ounce gloves. You have a lot of people dying in boxing, but you can die in BKFC too, right? You can die in bare knuckle boxing too. Like, what I've seen over there is like vicious, man. Like, it's a lot of finishes, and these people are leaving with cuts every day, and I just hope that she's ready for that type of she's ready for that type of life, man, because it's serious over there. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I still want to do a live or a video where we're gonna talk about like bare knuckle boxing, like who I would like to see in bare knuckle boxing as far as women, or who I think would thrive over there more so than MMA. And honestly, like, she's never been one of those names, but maybe she can, man. Maybe she can do something over there. Like, I know her main focus is stand up, but you got to have that dog in you. Like some of them lower level girls that didn't necessarily go to the UFC, but they can throw them hands, man. Like, what is her name? Christine, the flyweight champion, Christina Ferry, and then Helen Peralta. You see, even like Beck Rollins, like, she hasn't won a great deal over there, but that's what she likes to do. She's built for it. I think she's found her home over there, fighting and bare knuckle boxing. Like, somebody like her, because they like to take that punishment. They like to take it and dish it out, and I think, yeah, that's a big part of it too. Like, you've got to be able to know how to turn these punches over. You got to be able to take a punch. Your whole style in there is so much different than regular boxing and just like MMA striking, right? So I'm just curious as to see how she'll handle that. Like, looking at some of her UFC fights, yeah, she has been known to be kind of like that street fighter in there, but when Shannon Dobson started putting that work on her, she started to crumble. So we'll see. We'll see, man, for real. Let me see what y'all say. Marcus says Agapova will not survive BKFC. Easy said, I'm willing to bet her BKFC pay will be better than UFC pay. I've heard BKFC be paying. Yeah, it does. It pays well. I meant to post that up one day, easy. There was like a little chart of how much every fighter made on the card from the prelims, and some of the lower pay was like UFC pay, but as you got higher, some of your BKFC champions and main card fighters, they were making more than your UFC fighters. I started seeing six figures in there, like from fighters that just got signed. Like we talking like bare knuckle boxers that only got one or two fights. They already making more than your most active fighters, right? Sergio, what's up? He said, well, she is a boxer. I think she could do well. Well, boxer and bare knuckle boxing, two different things, like it all comes down to dog. Like there's certain boxers I don't think would fare well in BKFC, like Paulie Malignaggi, for example. Paulie's a boxer, but he's not like a brawler or puncher type, Like when he went over there, I was like, I don't think it's gonna work because he just don't have the hands for it. Like he ain't got the power, he ain't heavy-handed like that, and he ain't really that type of dog like that. I mean, he got the heart, yeah, but you got to have that durability, and that's the one thing I have to wonder about her. Like she can hit hard, like yeah, she can hit hard, but whenever somebody hits her hard to the body and head and starts clenching her head with one hand and starts uppercutting her, like how you gonna react to that? Like Joanna. Okay, Joanna's status is too high for that, right? But I mean, like, you got to be built like a Joanna, you know what I mean? Like, Joanna might not have knockout power, but she's got that volume and she can take a hit, and she can stun you. Like, her shots stun you. And I think a fighter like Joanna is a very good example of somebody like that, Sergio said, but did we really see her get hit? Not like the fighters in BKFC or that skill. It ain't about, again, it's not really about that skill, like, it's about being able to just dog it out with fighters like that, being able to take those shots, not get wild, keep your composure, and still come back with hard shots, come back with your own. Be able to, you got to, is as you are, let me see, is somebody like Agapova who likes to dish it out, can you take it? Can you take those shots? And I think, just seeing how she's reacted in certain things to be, mentally, I wonder. But we'll see. I definitely gonna count her out. I mean, I'd rather see her go, where the pay is better and where she feels like she's gonna thrive. Like Mandy Bohm, she's making her boxing, her professional boxing debut. She's jumping over to boxing, and she's going to real boxing, professional boxing. So maybe that's an outlet for her to try to get it back in MMA, or maybe she's trying to get that money too and climb the ladder there. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, 6 at BKFC is no joke. Easy said, I like the BKFC move. She most likely did it for pay. LFA and Invicta ain't got no money, right? Yeah, they ain't got no money. But if you're still looking to fight in MMA, that's a good place to go. You're going to learn more if you're sticking with the MMA route. But if you need rent money, BKFC. If you want to get back into the UFC, LFA and Victor's the route, right? So whatever her route is, I hope it works out for her. More than likely, I probably can bet she's going to fight at 125 over there. So she'll be fighting girls like Christine Paris, and we can match her up with somebody like that, Beck Rollins. I believe Paige still got her contract, right? Paige is still over there, so maybe she's going to run into Paige Van Zandt. I believe, yeah, that fight might happen. I mean, let me look at some of the BKFC flyweight girls. What's the other girl's name? Tay Stalling? No, I think she's like 115. Britain Hart is like 115, but let me see. Helen Peralta. Yeah, Helen Peralta's over there. So, yeah, she's one. Let's see. Oh, they actually got a good little size ranking here. Okay, Jade Masan Wong. I know she's a hard hitter. Beck Rollins. Oh, this ain't really a ranking system here. This is just women's flyweights named. Okay, all the women flyweight fighters. Oh, okay, Taylor Starling is one. Jade Christine, Charlene Gilner, Britton Hart. They got her still up here. Okay, I guess she's going back and forth. Diamond Long, Beck Rollins, Jenny Savage. Yeah, she might be able to hang with some of these fighters. Yeah, she might be able to hang with some of these girls. Yeah, yeah. Paul said the only UFC girl I can think of who might be able to handle the bare knuckle may be Amanda Iwas. Oh no, no, uh. Bare knuckle. Come on, Paul. Think now. Your girl, man, Macy Barber. She's one. Come on, Macy Barber. You gotta look at the girl that finished. I know she finished her with a head kick, but yeah, Macy Barber's one. Joanna's one. Andrade is another. Well, I'm gonna save this because yeah, I want to give y'all some names. Like, just imagine, yeah, like Macy Barber, man. Like, Macy Barber can handle that thing. Now, if you think Ebos can, I thought you would have said her first. But yeah, man, Ebos, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she throw down with Christina Ferree, man. Christina Ferree would put her out, man. Mandy Moss might hang with some of the other girls. That Jade Wong, that girl hits hard. Amanda Lemos, she's another one. Yeah. So it just takes a different type of animal to get over there, man. Sergio said maybe Carolina. Maybe, but I know she suffered a fractured orbital bone, so I don't know if that would be wise for her now. Like Carolina, like 5-6 years ago, pre-Andrade and pre-Yan Xiaonan, because Yan Xiaonan broke her eye socket. So I would say pre-Yan Xiaonan, maybe Carolina, but as of now, I think she might face some serious damage because Carolina's like what, 38, 39 now? Yeah, Carolina Kobakevich of old school. Yeah, she's 38. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't say now, but before Yan Xiaonan and even before Andrade, I would definitely say yes because she was a brawler like that, but not this version. Yasmin Lucindo, yeah, Marina Rodriguez, girls like that. Air Mike, what's going on, man? So yeah, so just I say yeah, Carolina because she's gritty, old school Carolina, not now though. 38 years old with a broken, fractured orbital bone. I don't think so. But old school, yeah. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, this is good for her. This is good for her. This is what she got to do, Let's see what else we got going on. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this, man. Everybody, all eyes on this young lady, right? So, yeah, I was looking at that article, and yeah, I think BKFC, it could be a hit or miss. I hope she's able to adapt to it, and with her just being a pure stand-up fighter, I think she can adapt. She should be able to, but we'll see how her dog reacts to being hit hard. Okay, so yeah. Cong Wang, man. Cong Wang seems to be the big talk. Wang Cong, or is it Wang Tong? Some people say Wang Tong, like it's pronounced with the T, Wang Tong. She seems to be the big talk right now. She seems to be the big talk in the building. Solid knockout this past Saturday. I mean, and it's not even like, of course, the opponent she was fighting. It's in the fashion, man. Like, it's in the fashion how she did it. The fashion how she did it really made a lot of people stand up, man, and just say, whoa, this girl is deadly. And of course, it could be too early. Right? We could be jumping too ahead of ourselves, but I understand, when WMMA fans are looking for the next, I won't say, well, yeah, we looking for some, a lot of WMMA fans are looking for the next Ronda. They always looking for the next Ronda, somebody that's going to carry the sport on their back. Me, I'm a fan of the sport. I like it as a whole. Like me, I like how the flyweight division as a whole carries WMMA right now because I don't think it's something you can just put on one person's back. For a while, everybody wanted Wei Lee to be that. Wei Li's good, of course. She's a good representative, but to me, I like a lot of fighters in the sport. I like when a lot of fighters bring something to the sport, because what happens when you lose Wei Li? What happens when you lose Ronda? What happens if you lose Rose? If that's all you have, then the division is gone. It's like dry. The sport is dry. Everybody leaves it. But when it's like a collective, it's more so exciting. That's what makes flyweight exciting. That's what we were telling you back in the few years ago. Like flyweight is going to be that division because you got a whole bunch of people. You know, that's why I think a lot of people are on Cong Wang right now. They want to see something. They want to see somebody, which I'm cool with though. I'm cool. I like when a one fighter, like her can deliver those knockouts, and she did that. She did that. Of course, there's still a test that needs to be ran, and by my standards, like I said, there's still got to be a test that needs to be ran, and I think Cong Wang definitely opened the door to say, okay, look, I'm here, and I can make a big statement. Y'all are looking at these other fighters, but watch how I step in. And she did what she was supposed to do to somebody that we were questioning why was still in the UFC, right? A lot of us were questioning, like, why is Victoria Leonardo in the UFC? And if Cong Wang was coming in with that type of energy and that type of reputation, then yeah, like, she did what she was supposed to do to that person. That's why I was a little nervous. Like, I didn't know. I thought the beating might have been like over the course of the second or third round, but the way it ended was even scarier, man. Like, sometimes, when somebody's getting beat like for 2 rounds and they just stop it, you're like, oh man, I feel bad for that person. But yeah, I was scared for Victoria Leonardo the way she ate this knockout, man. Like, it was hardcore, So that right there just shows me, yeah, Cong Wang ain't playing. And the energy with her, the way she's been talking, like, she wanted to be on the main card, which you just got here. Sit down. You know what I mean? Do your thing do your thing on the prelims, and that's fine. So with the win she scored, what do y'all think? Like, I'm gonna ask y'all this: like, how far ahead are y'all getting with it? Like, do y'all think that she deserves to be on the main card now? Because Cong Wang believes that she should be on the main card. She said, "Hey, I told you I would finish. You should put me on the main card." Now, if she's going to be on the main card, she's gonna be in there with a better opponent now. So we're gonna be expecting more. But I think her debut was right. Open the card like this, and you earn your way. And even then, like, if she feels like, if the matchmakers feel confident in her and she feels like she can, go in there and do it again, I don't think she needs a main card yet. Even for her second fight, maybe she could headline the prelims, first, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, I wouldn't want to jump too far ahead with her. Like, again, I like what she's doing, but as far as saying, oh, this person's the next this or next that, not yet. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on her though. Definitely keeping an eye on her right now. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me hit this pause. I'll be right back. Yeah, so let me look at what some of y'all are saying here. Let me go all the way back up here. How do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel? Six said that's the next UFC franchise fighter. Okay. G Frame, what's up? He said slanging Wang Kong. Six, I compared Kong to Wei Li to Ken and Ryu. Easy said, I was impressed with Cong, but not at the same time. I mean, she was fighting the bomb, just saying. Sergio said, I've been high on Wang. Six said Cong is Ken, Whaley is Ryu. Paul, hold your horses, fellas. She killed Leonardo, but who hasn't joined the club? Right. Marcus said, impressive win from Cong Wang, but she hasn't been fully tested yet. Right. I agree with that. That's where I'm at. That's kind of where I am. Like, I love the knockout. I love the character. I love the energy, but you still gotta be tested. You still gotta be tested. Like, of course, everybody's going to look at her and say, okay, yeah, I'm a fan. She deserves this, she deserves that. That's cool. Stick by the fighter, build, it'll help build their brand. Sergio said she looked more concussed by the right hand than the head kick that Aaron landed. Oh, yeah, she did, man. She sure did, man. Like, the way it landed, man, like, she really looked like she was crippled, like she was paralyzed from it. So, yeah, I definitely believe that right hand did some serious damage. But yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, that's my thing. Like, I like what I saw, but I do want to see her tested. Like, when somebody says that I want this opponent next, I want that, I like it, but they still have to go through certain fights because the UFC, they don't want to take too much of a chance. You don't want to take too much chance, get them in there with somebody that's too high experience, and then they wind up getting beat, and then they fall down. So that's where I kind of see with her. High five, what's going on? He said Valentina got competition not like the old days. Yeah, she definitely got some competition. I wouldn't call the fighters before Cans at all. I think that they just weren't up to her level because all those fighters beat somebody else's favorite fighter. Like, Valentina was just in another realm. Like, Valentina, if she was fighting Cans, I mean, we taking away from her legacy. I mean, we taking away from what Alexa Grasso did. You know what I mean? Like, that mean we saying Alexa Grasso ain't beat nobody. Like, we say Valentina ain't nobody or ain't fought nobody, then we can't. Then we got to say Alexa Grasso ain't fighting nobody, right? That's why I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, I think that Cong Wang, when she makes a call out, I like it. I like to hear that. And she didn't get too carried away with it. Casey O'Neill, that's a name. That's a name that could happen. Definitely. I like the fact that Wang Cong is calling out a reasonable name. She's ready to go right to the top 15. But at the same time, there are other fighters that she could fight. There are other fighters that she could fight that are unranked that could give her a test. Like, I could see putting her on her back. Could she win? Yeah, she could win, but I can see some fighters in there that could be putting her on her back. Yeah, BJ, what's up? He said, yeah, she wasn't fighting Cans. Y'all rode that Valentina train till it couldn't be rode anymore. Yeah, like, I still ride that train as her being one of the best fighters because she is. Like, she beat a lot of good fighters. She beat a lot of good fighters, but as time goes on, the game's going to evolve. And if the game don't evolve, what does that tell you? Like, that means the fighters aren't putting in the work, right? As time goes on, Valentina set a standard. That's where people get it twisted. Like, Valentina set a standard. Like, Grasso should be thanking Valentina. Like, Grasso would have still be fighting to the level that she's on now if it wasn't for Valentina. You know what I mean? Like, she made her shoot for something. She knew Valentina was on this level. Like, Valentina beat Andrade, Kaylin Chikagan, Jennifer Maia, even beating Tyler Santos, edging her out. That was close, but still. But all the while, Grasso's thinking, like, if she was that easy, Grasso could have beat her with what she could have came straight into the division and beat her, right? If Valentina was that bad or if Valentina wasn't high level, So to me, it's like, like, Grasso got to say, oh, thanks. Like, Valentina, you got me to this level, because she forced everybody to evolve. Manone's having to evolve. Karine Silva's having to evolve. All these girls are having to evolve because Valentina set that standard. Just coming in with one or two disciplines ain't gonna get you there. That's how I see it. But back to Cong Wang, she's got that kind of mindset. She's got that kind of mindset where she's feeling like, okay, now's my time. But in order to do that, much like these other girls, she's got to evolve. That's why I say it's wise for her to fight a couple more unranked fighters first. And I'm not even saying she needs to fight JJ or Montana. I want to see her fight both of them. I want to see her fight both of them just to test out where she really is. Like, I say Aldridge could test out Wang Tong's takedown defense because, if JJ Aldridge can't beat her at the striking, JJ has that wrestling to go to now. And I'm sure JJ would go for takedowns in the fight against Cong if she can't outstrike her, where she feels her power. Then you got a big, strong flyweight in Montana, a lot of experience, heavy hands, good wrestling, somebody that's long and tall and knows how to shoot. Let's see how strong Cong is against somebody like Montana, So, hey, I can see that too. Montana might get touched up. She might take her down, So I want to see those type of levels worked out first before you put her in there with like Kareem Silva. Kareem Silva wind up submitting her or something like that. Let's see what she needs to work on. Let's see what she needs to work on in there. BJ said Montana by smoke. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what we saw against Victoria Leonardo and against other girls, these girls are a heck of a lot more durable. Like, yeah, Montana might not be ranked top 15 now, but she hadn't shown like that quitting bone, or she hasn't really shown that type of energy where she'll back out of a fight. That's why I want to see her fight one of these girls that's kind of built different. Victoria Leonardo just didn't bring that test to her. Shoot, even Luana Carolina, man. Luana Carolina's a name. You know what I mean? Like Luana Carolina is a style. She's kind of a style nightmare for anybody. You know what I mean? Like Luana Carolina, the way she mixes it up on the feet, if you can't hit her, she's going to outpoint you. So, that's a girl that could test you. So anybody that's going to make her have to make adjustments, even that's unranked, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Okay. But let's see. We'll talk about her a little bit more, because everybody, wants somebody new, and I understand that. But the flyweight division all around is pretty good. You know what I mean? Like we're always getting new fighters now. Like shoot, in a couple of years we might get Dakota. We might get Dakota in there. Just never know. But yeah, shout out to Joshua. I saw his first comment. He wanted to ask about Dakota here. So let's jump to flyweight in PFL here real quick. Going all the way back up, I know he had asked about Dakota here. He said, do I think she'll go to the UFC or probably stay in PFL? I think with Dakota, man, like with Dakota, it's just going to come down to what she wants at the time. Is it something financial, or is it bragging rights, or is it the legacy? And I think that if she makes easy work of Tyler Santos, then yeah, she'll probably go to the UFC, because I'm sure that a lot of the critics are giving her that energy to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. They're all hyping her up to that point where it's like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm gonna show these people. Like when she fought Jenna, good on her. She showed that next level, got taken down, got back up and finished her. Now she fights Tyler Santos. She shuts down Tyler Santos' ground game, maybe even finishes her. That's all full credit right there to say, okay, she is ready. Because if she beats a top fighter like Tyler, she can come right into the UFC and fight a top 15. Okay. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, like if she go in there and destroy Tyler, give her a top 15. Because Tyler really was a top 5 in the UFC, right? Tyler was really top 5. The only thing that pulled her out was bad business, So if Tyler can't If Tyler can't finish the job, if she can't do it, Dakota does. Yeah, Dakota might get a top ranked opponent over there. So I think if she's hunting for legacy, then yeah, I would like to go ahead and see her jump to the UFC. I don't want to see her go through another season of PFL against girls that she's outmatching, you know. And I'm sure at that point too, that might kind of kill her momentum too, and say, okay, I'm in here with some of the same type of girls. That might even mess her up. So honestly, yeah, I think that she would go over, and it would be good. It'd be good for her. She's part of that new age, in the flyweight division. They're keeping it going. They keeping it moving. Easy said Dakota is a one and done. She wins that. Yeah, she should be. I think she should be. Easy said I think Cong came too late, to be honest. Oh, really? Okay. Uh, how do you mean? Elaborate on that, man. How do you mean that she came too late? You mean just age wise, or like you don't think she's evolved enough? Colostrum said we got a banger on our hands. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I am hoping Tyler's able to school Dakota a little bit, show her a little something to make it a good fight. I really at this point don't care who wins this fight, man. Like if Dakota wins and then she decides to jump over to the UFC, that would be dope because it would be like a good shakeup. And I want to see what she brings over because yeah, she's got a good work ethic. Like she definitely got a good work ethic, and she's finishing a lot of people. Tyler, I would love to see win because I want to see her wake up, man. Like Tyler hasn't really been, I don't know, man. Like Tyler, I thought like leaving the UFC would kind of like spark something in her to wake up a little bit more, but she still hasn't woken up. Like I still haven't seen like enough changes there. Like when I saw Jenna Bishop hitting her with some shots that I said she shouldn't be hit with, like I was like, what's going on here? And even then, the Liz fight was close, man. Like that Liz Carmouche fight was it was close. I just always get this thing, man. Like with Tyler, I said this before, but like every time I see Tyler, like I think Tyler puts herself in more trouble in a fight than she needs to be. Like Tyler's big, man, and like Tyler hits hard, but like she'll wind up pinned against the cage against some of these smaller girls, or she'll get outstruck in little exchanges. When I'm like, man, she need to be in there throwing that left hook to the body like she did with JoJo. But I haven't really seen that fast twitch from her anymore. Like with her hands, like her right hook, left hand. Like I haven't seen that combination like thud like it used to. I've been looking at this like 2-3 years ago. Like she was in charge, beating JoJo, Jillian, and some of these other girls, but kind of taking her foot off the gas. I don't know what it is, man. Like, does she need a new team? She needs some new people around her, like to kind of help her out. Yeah, man. Like everybody said, Tyler's athletic and skilled, but the fighting IQ, yeah, the fighting IQ, man. Like I just see her walk into some traps sometimes, and has she been a bantamweight? I think she might have been. Y'all might disagree here. Look, I'm gonna be honest here. This is Corner Man talking. If Tyler Santos has been at bantamweight, has she made some of those mistakes? I could see her getting stopped against some of these girls with heavy hands. And I know a little while back, some people said Tyler would beat Manone. I never could see that, honestly. Like I thought it might be competitive and Manone would always win, but now I definitely see like Manone or Fior winning that fight if it had happened. If that fight had happened even 2 years ago, I would always pick Manone against Tyler, honestly, at this point. Easy said if she had came to the UFC earlier, she would have been a contender when the division was weaker. Now at her age, the road to gold is a rough one. May never happen. Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree there, man. Like I said, like I'm a fan of the fight game first, and I can see that, man. Like I can see that being an issue because too many of these girls have slick jujitsu, man, slick ground game. Natalia Silva might look like a little quick moving striker, but she be slamming girls. Like if you look at but Natalia Silva in some of her early fights too, like she can take you down. Even some of her UFC fights, Natalia Silva could take you down. So some of these girls that got underrated ground, some of these strikers they got underrated ground skills. Closer said Tyler needs a first round finish because the later it goes benefits Dakota. Yeah, definitely. No doubt. Tyler Santos, I think, has a fight to finish in this fight. But then again, Dakota's going to fight to finish. So Tyler has to really counter that style with some type of offense where she's got to be brutal. Like, the thing is, Dakota, her fundamentals with her striking, she'll see a lot of the shots coming. Let's be honest. She's going to see a lot of the strikes and the windups coming from Tyler. So Tyler's got to be brutal as far as like taking her down, getting her to the cage. I mean, forearm to the throat. And I'm just saying, forearm to the throat. You got to be rough with head control, knees to the body, the takedown. When she gets the takedowns, elbows. And this is the thing about Tyler. Like, when she gets you down, her ground and pound is almost non-existent. So if she's going to finish this fight, there's got to be ground and pound. There's got to be ground and pound. When she throw them elbows, she's got to be trying to cut Dakota open. Let's be real. Got to cut her open. You got the land shots to finish that fight. Yeah. And it's going to be, if it drags into a second round for Tyler, she's going to have to be ready for a second and go in for a second round with the same energy, with that same type of pace. And that's where it gets questionable. So, yeah, first round is what she really needs. She really needs that. Though Dakota's been finishing a lot of girls in the first round, I think she's got the gas tank for 3 or 5, whatever it's going to be, right? Because with her striking style and her experience, she's used to moving and picking girls apart from the outside and being patient like that. Closum said Grasso should get an injury in camp so we can see Val and Manon. Oh, no, don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't say that, man. As much as I want to see Manon in there fighting for the belt, let's go ahead and close this chapter because we're going to revisit this third fight if that happens. We can still revisit it at some point. Let's just finish this thing out. Easy said, just so y'all know, I have Val as defending champ going into the third fight. Okay, Easy, he got his, he's picking his new crush, right? 6 said the divisions is filled with competitive fighters, but very rare dominant champions. That's true. Sergio said, I do not see Tyler have any success on the feet with Dakota. I don't either, man. Like, being honest, man, like, I kept giving her a chance in the past couple months, before this last couple fights. But when I saw the Liz and the Jenna fight, that's where my hope for any type of stand-up was done. Like, I didn't really see enough from her, but, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's looking like a handful for her now. The more I just look back at fights and study Dakota and what she's done up to this point now. Dakota is a fighter with circumstance. Prime competitors would eat her up for breakfast. Yeah, Dakota, man, as long as she stays sharp and she keeps working on what she needs to do, and whether or not she takes an L in this next fight or somewhere down the line, I think she'll still be a sharp fighter. I see it in her not to be that type to just quit. I don't think she's feeling herself that much to the point where she'd be like some of these other champions or these other overhyped fighters where it kills their momentum off of one loss. She's young too. Yeah. Tyler going to eat a straight knee up the middle the moment she shoots. Night. The body, man, she got to worry about that body attack too, man. The body attack. Combo said they comparing Dakota to Manon. Get them. Oh, they know better than that. Manon main style's point fight. Dakota ain't stopping. Yeah. Oh man, Dakota is not. She ain't touching that yet, man. Like, Manon is already evolving now. Like, she's already evolving. Her style. I can't even explain right now because I'm looking at some of the things she's doing in camp. She's already gotten her brown belt in jiu-jitsu, working with good grapplers. And she's already testing herself there. She's not just sticking to one game plan. She's trying to be well-rounded, So I think with Manon at this point, if she comes across somebody that does trip her and take her down, she'll know what to do versus somebody that's still young in the game that likes to just completely strike. They can get lost when the person, let's say if Tyler's cardio is up to par and her takedowns are on point and she puts Tyler on her back, like, I think Manon would know what to do more in that situation than Dakota. Let me put it that way. Because that's just off of experience and off of years, But that's all I'm going to say on that, Colostrum. That's all I'm going to say on that because they know. They know what it is. All right. All right. So, yeah, Dakota. We'll see what this title fight holds. Okay. We'll see what it holds and what the future holds for. What else? What else we got? Yeah, this past weekend, man. Angela Overkill Hill. Or some people, unfortunately, some people saying, is Angela no longer Overkill Hill or is she over the hill? Man, what can we say, man? Angela Hill. Look, I'm at a loss for words right now. No, Angela Hill, man, like this is common with her, man. This is common with her. Like, as much as I wanted to see, her get her shot, there's always been those times, even in the past, like where she just won't fight to that level, She won't fight to that level. Like, catch her on certain days, she's okay. She'll come through, but right when the timing is right and she really needs that win, something about it just really goes up in smoke. That's how this opportunity kind of went. Some people thought this fight was a robbery. I don't think so. I was looking at it and I said, I don't think this was a robbery. This was close, but Angela lost this fight. Like, it had been split for Ricci. Somebody decides to give maybe a 29-28 Angela Hill's away. Okay, but outside of one person, no. This one was not. I think Ricci did enough with what Ricci was working with. And that's what it was. Like, I still don't think like Ricci did something amazing, but shout out to Ricci for using her IQ in the fight. Like, Ricci worked with what she knew she had. Like, Ricci said, I'm younger, my cardio is better, and I'm faster. Here, I thought Angela Hill might be quicker, as far as using her timing, but Tabitha Ricci said, you know what? Let me put these hands together. Whether they hurt or not, I'm going to keep them in Angela Hill's face, and I'm going to press her. Like, this is what Angela Hill needs. This is her weakness. Like, Angela Hill, her main weakness is when somebody is heck of a lot stronger and they press her. Mackenzie Dern, you know what I mean? Like, when they stronger, they muscle it. Tisha Torres. So Tabitha Ricci did right. Like, Tabitha Ricci said, I ain't gonna stay on the outside all night. And even if I do, I can throw a couple of flurries and steal these little exchanges. And she did that. But I liked how she just neutralized Angela Hill. Ricci was clearly ahead. Yeah, I thought she was. Speed, power, and just overall damage. I think Hill came on strong in the third, and that was it. BJ said Hill has zero sting on her punches. Yeah, man. Like, let's talk about that real quick, man. Because Hill, I thought she started to feel a little bit more confident in her shots. She was throwing those shots out straight in that Loopy fight. But again, Loopy doesn't take damage well. Loopy throws those hooks and leaves her face wide open, her nose and everything. That's why Angela Hill can sting her and make her bleed. But she did make Ricci bleed in this fight too. But some of those girls just cut easy. But Angela didn't really put like enough sting on it. Like, she pulls back too much. And I was thinking she was gonna be straight down the pipe with some shots, trying to, flash knock down Ricci or whatever, but there was not enough pop on her shots. And I don't know if y'all noticed the first round, she was huffing, right? She was huffing. Y'all saw Angela Hill kind of huffing already, right? I was like, uh-oh, what did Angela Hill do? Like, was Angela Hill uh smoking a pack of cigarettes before the fight? You know what I mean? Because she was already huffing like in the first round, like only a little bit of movement too. And she was already kind of huffing like her, been running a marathon, mouth open and looking like she, didn't want to commit to even trying to press Ricci back or, get Ricci to the cage. The tie clinch wasn't really existent in this fight. Ricci was pressing her to the cage and landing her knees to the body. I didn't see Angela Hill do any of that. So to me, I think it was one of them things where Angela Hill, again, this is the level that she's at. But I think that age is a problem. Of course, I know I did say, yeah, sometimes fighters hit their prime, but in this age, but sometimes physically there'll be a time when your body will just say no, right? Like mentally you might want it, but your body will say something different. And I think that was a situation here for Angela Hill. Be 38, 39. Your mind says, let's get in there, let's do this, but your body is saying something else, right? And that's like even like with Bernard Hopkins, he was a freak of nature for a while, but there came a point where it was like his body said no. It just said no, we can't catch up. The timing's off, the cardio ain't the same. It's just different. And though Angela Hill has made a lot of improvements, that's the scary part. That was the part that was kind of making me nervous. Like, okay, she's number 9 now, and she's schooling a lot of these young girls, but are these young girls like pushing her with athleticism, and are they pushing her with a lot of pressure and power? Well, some of them weren't. No. So that gave her a lot of room to think. So I was thinking, Tabitha Ricci might be one of those girls, but Tabitha Ricci, she did the opposite. So good on her. Tabitha Ricci did the opposite of what all the other girls did and just said, I'm going to push her. I'm going to push her. I'm not going to wait on the outside. I'm going to push her with youth, So really, yeah, youth is what really prevailed in this fight to me. And, I think Tabitha Ricci did what she had to do. Angela Hill just needs to, I think, really work on that cardio at this point and see what she wants to shoot for, see what she wants to shoot for. And there's always a place for her. Even if we don't see Angela Hill get that title shot, there's still going to be a place for her right here. Like, she'll still be a test for the other girls. So as long as she's matched up with the right people, she'll always have a fight. I was just hoping for the better with Angela Hill. I wanted to see her at least get a rematch against one of the girls at the top. But wasn't no way I was going to bet money on that, though, man, because by the time, he'll shut your bet down real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me go up here. I was going fast since I was talking about this. Hold on. Let me go back up here real quick. What do y'all think is Hill's ceiling now? Is it where she's at, or does it go lower? Sergio said Vanessa Demo probably outstrikes Hill at this point. Yeah, I could see that too, because Vanessa Demopoulos, she be swinging, man. And if you can't hurt Demopoulos, she will run over you. Like, she will bully you. And she's got a lot of heart. She's got a lot of heart too. Easy said at that age, you shouldn't always be ready for fighters to age. You should always be ready. Oh yeah, at this age, you always got to be ready for that, man, because one day you're gonna meet somebody that's just being what they're supposed. They're doing what they're supposed to do, being what they're supposed to be. A younger, youthful athlete. Young, youthful fighter. B-Hop should have stepped down after that John Pascal fight. Yeah, he fought him twice, right? After those 2 fights, yeah, he should have retired, man. He should have retired. But then he went and got knocked down that garbage shoot against Joe Smith. No, he took that L to Kovalev, too. He took an L to Kovalev, and he unified light heavyweight. Then he took that L to Kovalev. Kovalev took his belt. He looked like he got knocked down a trash chute whenever Joe Smith knocked him out of the ring, man. I was like, oh man, what are you doing, B-Hop? All right, all right. Okay, yeah. So I think Angela Hill, her day is not done. It's definitely not done. I think she'll be back against some more fighters. I'm sure she'll want to fight because she can still handle a lot of these girls. But there's just going to be particular styles. And since Tabitha Ricci brought it, she showed you that, okay, that's the one particular style that she's going to have some trouble with. Ricci, though, man, I give her full credit for this win. Yeah, I give Tabitha Ricci full credit for this win, to go in there and do what she did. Like I said, Tisha Torres style, she put it on her. And I got to give Ricci some credit. She's doing the right thing. All right, y'all having a good conversation. I am looking at y'all's conversation. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all enjoy talking about some WMMA. And yeah, I'm just looking to the side. Good conversation going on the side there. Tabitha Ricci, though, I do like the fact that she is humble enough to say, let me take the rest of the year off and try to go, to Thailand or somewhere, and I guess work on a Thai box, Muay Thai, and work on a stand-up game. I think that's really good. I think that's a really wise choice for her. Because right now, with her size, I think that, she really needs to be in the ring and around some of these Muay Thai fighters that's going to help her adapt to some of these taller, better strikers that are going to give her problems. You got to work with some really solid Muay Thai fighters to show her how to use her size in there. And she seems to be getting stronger too. Like, I will say that Tabitha Ricci does seem to be strong, but as far as like IQ and balance against some of these better strikers, like, Amanda Lemos, Marina, Yasmin Lucindo, I think she's really going to need that type of base next to her, jiu-jitsu and judo. So she'll feel confident more whenever she's on the inside if she can't take somebody down, So yeah, with Ricci maybe taking the rest of the year off, that's wise on her. She's got a good little place in the rankings now. I still want to see a little bit more from her as of right now. I don't know who she beats above her. That's why I think she's taking the rest of the year off to really put in some work because of where they stand now. That's good though. That's smart for her. That is good. But what do y'all think, man? Tabitha Reed, let's play a game. All right, let's play a game. And y'all are having this conversation, but let's play a game here real quick. All right, Tabitha Ricci is ranked number 9 right now. Okay, I'm gonna go down the rankings from 1 through 8, and y'all tell me yes or no on who she can beat. Okay, this is how tough it's gonna be for her. All right. Okay. Tabitha Ricci is number 9. She's in the top 10, man. So she's gonna be shooting for a higher opponent. So from here, it's tough. It's gonna be tough. So Tabitha Ricci, number 8 is Amanda Ebos. Yes or no? Can she beat Amanda Ebos? Can she beat Amanda Ebos? I'm gonna just keep naming these names. Yes or no? All right, Zama said no. Okay. Number 7, Mackenzie Dern. Can she beat Mackenzie Dern? Okay, Paul said no. BJ said heck no. Easy said yes. He said yes. Okay. Sergio said no. Okay. No, Ebos too gritty. Mark said no. Okay. All right. Mackenzie Dern. Nope. Nope. Colostrum said hell yeah. Okay. Colostrum said yeah to who? To Dern? Oh, okay. Sergio said with her pillow fist. BJ said no. Okay, number 6, Marina Rodriguez. Airmite said Dern, maybe. Okay. Number 6, Marina Rodriguez. Colostrum said, I definitely think she beats Dern. Ooh. Give me a play-by-play on that, how she does that. Easy said, not Dern. E-Boss could be food, though. I don't think so. Zama said, I can see it. Paul said, no. Zama said, but no. Okay. No Marina either. BJ said, maybe Marina. Colostrum said, Marina eats Ricci up. Yeah, I think Marina still wins that fight. Because y'all got to remember, all y'all that were picking Dern to beat Marina, remember how Marina schooled her on the feet and how she took her, how she was able to stop her takedowns. So her takedowns ain't too far off. BJ said if she takes Marina down, Marina's helpless. Not completely. Like, don't expect her to get subbed because remember, Marina hasn't been subbed. She's been stopped, ironically, but for somebody with no ground game, she has not been subbed. Okay, number 5, Amanda Lemos. Can she beat Amanda Lemos? We just doing style matchups here, all right? How does she match up against Amanda Lemos? Yes or no? Can she beat Amanda Lemos? Yes or no? Yes or no? JP said no. Airmite said no. She ain't beating Amanda Lemos. All right, Ricci, if your team is listening, this is let y'all know y'all got to work on. Zaman said it's possible, but no. Colostrum said maybe because Lemos got low IQ. 6 said yes. Okay. Interesting. It's crazy as we get higher. As we get higher up the list here, y'all are starting to feel a little different. Okay. Number 4. I don't know. Probably not. Okay. Here's a question for you. EG said, can Ricci beat the top girls if she can keep fighting at the pace she did against Hill? All right, hold that question. Number 4, Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade, number 4, can she beat her? How about Jessica Andrade, man? I know it's gonna get I know it gets ridiculous now, but come on. Everybody said, come on. Come on, man. It's just a game. 6 said, yeah. See, hey, look. That's what I'm saying. As we get higher, the answers get a little different. Because we talking styles now. We talking styles make fights. Close to oh man, I like this game. JP said Andrade KOs her brutally. 6 said yes, she can beat her though. Explain. 6 said no. BJ said no. Okay. Zama said Lemos has sus takedown defense and low grappling IQ, so she could win that. But against Andrade, he said no. Sergio said no. Brian said no. Okay, no, with Marina, Lemos, and Andrade. He said they all KO Ricci. Yeah, I think so with the Marina fight too. Some people are thinking that Marina is a little suspect. Nah, Marina is gonna win that fight. Oh, number 3, Verna Jandaroba. How about Verna, man? Did she beat Verna? Did she beat Verna? How about Verna Jandaroba? Verna Jandaroba. Yes or no? Colossus said no. 6 said no. Honestly, with that one, I definitely don't see her winning that one either. Like, I think Verna could outstrike her and outgrapple her, man. Like, I honestly think that would probably turn into like a striking match, like Dern. Paul said yes, not. No, she don't beat Verna. Okay. And okay, I'm gonna do one more because the last 2 are big heck no. But I'm gonna do one more because we already know the answer to the top two. Number two, Yan Zhanan. I ain't even gonna ask y'all a stupid question with the first two. With the top two. Yan Zhanan. Yes or no? How do they match up? Yes or no? Zama said no. Werner got superior grappling and more power on the feet. Yan Zhanan. Aaron might say I hope tap the Ducks Werner for now. Does she beat Yan Zhanan? Six said no. Colostrum said maybe if she could get Yan to the ground. Yeah, I mean, Carla. I picked Carla to beat Yan by decision, but the way Carla destroyed Yan, I was like, whoa. Okay, BJ said she does beat Yan Zhanan. See, answers change up. Paul said no. Marcus said no. Easy, he said Whaley striking defense is dog do. Uh-oh. So should I ask the last two? Stupid question. Does she beat Tatiana Suarez? We already know. No. Colostrum said Yan is a fish out of water on the ground. Okay, so she ain't beating Suarez. We already know that style matchup. I don't see that happening. Wei Lee, no. Okay. I just wanted to go as far as Yan Zhanan because, those fighters, Andrade touched the belt, of course, but some of the other fighters ain't touched the belt. But those are the fighters that she's going to be looking to fight. We already know Tatiana, that's too much for her. Tatiana would be like Manon, Tabitha Ricci all over again. Right? But then again, man, like there could be a path to her getting the belt at some point. Carla did it. Paul said Ricci can't beat a drum. Maybe a bongo, right? Lucinda was the only one that can beat Tatiana. Ooh. Oh, man. I can't say that yet. I think she's got the tools to understand what Tatiana is going to bring, like the way she's working. But only time will tell because she's only number 14. Her beat Marina won't really tell me, but if she beats somebody like Verna, maybe. If she beats somebody like Verna, that could probably tell me like how she handles somebody a little bit bigger and stronger. But yeah, okay, so Ricci needs a lot of work. That's what this was all about. Like I said before, I definitely had my eye on Ricci when she was in LFA, and I still got my eye on her now because I want to see her grow. Because I want to see new fighters at strawweight, no doubt I do. But I know that where she stands right now, she's in the pit. She's in the pit of vipers, So with her being where she's at now, I'm glad she's taking the time off to get that work in. Hopefully it pays off. All right. Good game. JP says Suarez beats Wei Lee. Ricci versus Denise Gomes. Ooh. Ricci versus Denise Gomes, man. BJ said, I want to know who Luana Carolina fighting next. Shoot. Wang Tong, that'd be a fight too. Like I didn't put her on my list, but Luana Carolina versus Aldridge, Montana, or if they want to give her the winner of Jasmine. No, if Jasmine loses her fight against Lipsky, how high is Jasmine ranked? Maybe that would be a good fight for her. Yeah, Zaman, unfortunately her ceiling is low due to small size and power. Yeah, like I actually think her ceiling might be a little bit lower than Tisha's now because of the way because of the way the division is evolving now. The division is evolving with bigger, stronger fighters, more well-rounded. Tisha got in at a good point, but you see even now, like Tisha didn't touch the belt. Tisha lost 4 times in a row to really, really good fighters too, So, and fighters that were just overpowered and oversized, So not even oversized, but she was undersized. Let me rephrase that. She was undersized. So, yeah. Okay. like I said, we don't have anything going on this weekend, but the next weekend, I know I haven't really talked about this fight. This is going down since we were speaking of Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade is making her return to flyweight. So don't forget, this is the weekend of September 7th. Yeah. Andrade is coming back to flyweight against Natalia Silva. And Natalia Silva right now is ranked number 8. Andrade is number 6. So this is another move up for Natalia Silva. Andrade answering the call. I know there was a time when I felt like Andrade was powerful and stronger at this weight, but there's still some tough girls here, man. Like, these girls are kind of tough, man, at flyweight. The higher you get, like, I know she beat Lauren Murphy bad, but some of these other girls, their movement, I think it's just too much for them, And again, man, there's that blueprint. There's that blueprint for Andrade now. Andrade doesn't really bring too much to figure out. Like, she don't have to, it's not the Andrade is still a test for Silva, but it's the fact that it's more of a chin type of test or a dog test here. Like, how does Natalia handle big shots in that pressure? That's all. But other than that, I think Natalia Silva has the skill set and the IQ and the movement to adapt and figure out what she needs to do against Andrade. It's basic, right? The thing is, like, how do you react to her punches? How do you react to Andrade's storm? All right. Got about like 20 of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all like this fight, hit the like button. BJ said the UFC is pushing Natalia hard. What do you mean? Like, do you think they're pushing her too hard? Like, overhyping? What do you mean? Because she's undefeated right now. She's beat some good fighters. Well, she's been tested. Like, when you say pushing her too hard, how do you mean they push Natalia too hard? Because I'll go down her resume. And she's fighting her way up the rankings. I mean, you compare her resume to Casey O'Neill, somebody. I mean, she's fighting good fighters, maybe even better. She's beating better people, right? Yeah. They ain't pushing her too hard. She's had to fight 5 times, and she's fought 3 unranked fighters, and she's fought 2 ranked fighters, and she beat them. I don't think they're giving her a quick route. I don't really think they're giving her a quick route because she fought 3 girls that were unranked, and she fought. Oh snap! Let me put the rankings back up. I closed it, but she beat Andrea Lee, and she beat Arujo, and now she's fighting the number 6. Because actually, Aaron got pushed quicker. Aaron didn't have to go through this midsection like she did. Aaron went all the way up after that last fight she had. After, was it JJ or Montana? No, not Montana. JJ or Meatball. She fought Andrade too. She jumped up almost, almost like 8 spaces. Whereas Natalia's just been kind of going up the ladder. Natalia's only number 8 right now. So I think Natalia Silva, they got her moving at a good pace. Yeah. She's not even like too high ranked. Some people felt like Natalia needed to be ranked over Rose. Remember, like, people felt like she needed to be pushed. They're pushing her quicker than Kareem. Probably. They probably are. I mean, I guess it depends on who gets matched up first. Like, whose fight cancels. Like, I don't think it comes down to saying we're gonna grab her first. I know they came in around the same time, but let's see. Kareem's lined up against Arujo too next. So I just think it just comes down to timing. It's just been. I think their situation really been coming down to timing. That's all it is for me. And again, like, if you look at who they fought, like, let me go off of dates too here, because again, you got to understand, Kareem's already fought 5. Natalia Silva's already fought 5 people. That sounds like somebody that's ready to tested against Andrade. All right. So Natalia Silva came into the UFC 2 years ago, June 18th, and she's already fought 5 times. Okay. Karine Silva, I know she fought in the Contender Series. What was the date on that? Okay, let me see. Karine Silva came in June 4th of 2022. So she did come in first. She's got 4 fights. She does got 4 fights. So they came in around the same time. And she's coming up on her 5th fight too. So she's not too far behind. So they're around the same point. Natalia came in a little later. Karine, did a Contender Series, of course. But it's about the same. I'd say around the same time schedule. She's coming up on her 5th fight. And right now, I think it just comes down to the schedule being full too, man. Like, if you thinking they pushing Natalia, they pushing Rose. If you think they pushing Natalia Silva right now, they pushing Rose too. Because like Rose don't have much time now where she's at, so they're gonna have people jump ahead. Because Rose got her fight against Cortez, Ebos, and Manon, and now she's got her fight with Aaron. So that's being pushed. I think Natalia's going at the right speed right now. For me, I think Natalia's going at the right speed. But yeah, this should be a good fight. I'm gonna talk a little bit more, of course, a little bit more about next week. I gave y'all my pick on it. I just wanted to remind y'all this is in 2 weeks, not this weekend, but the next weekend. Andrade, yeah, she's got a puncher's chance. What is she gonna do? I don't know. Outside of that, like, can she close that distance? Sure. She's gonna have to go with the body attack. I hope Andrade has learned something from each loss and is able to build off of it. But sometimes it just looks like she doesn't build off of it like she's supposed to, All right, let me see. Let's see. What else have we got coming up? Oh, yeah, we got a reschedule too. Hold on. Got a reschedule December 14th. Just another heads up here, y'all. We got Tracy Cortez and Miranda Maverick. They rescheduled this fight for December 14th. That's good. I'm glad they rescheduled this one because I think this fight still means something. Definitely means something for Miranda. It's still a ranked fight for her. Also, a good little step down fight for Tracy Cortez after taking on a tough fight in Rose. Rose was a bit of a handful for her. It was a bit of a handful for her because she stepped up, fight a week ahead of time, a much more experienced, dangerous opponent. Of course, financially it worked out, but it wasn't the best decision for her probably. But I'm sure she learned something from it. But with this fight here, should be more of a fight on the level for Tracy. For Miranda, this is a big step up for her. And, Miranda's been in training camps with Rose. So that should rub off. There is a little bit of a blueprint in that camp, how Rose can help Maverick, get what she needs in this fight. Yeah, Tracy's fighting twice this year. Yeah. And she's coming back soon, man, soon at the end of the year. So, yeah, to see her come back this fast, this is what Tracy Cortez needs. Cortez definitely needs this type of activity to stay sharp amongst these girls. Because after seeing that Rose fight, there's a lot of things that needed to be a lot of questions needed to be answered, and they were answered. I like what Miranda's doing now. I like how she's moving on her feet, how she's making choices. So this should be an interesting one. Okay. I got Miranda Yeah, Tracy fighting twice this year. That's crazy, right? Um, Jazzy versus Montana is a fight to make. Yeah, that's a good fight. Two two big old girls fighting up in there, man. Vanessa Demopoulos is a big underdog against Jacqueline. Shoot, I think I might have to rock with excuse me, I might have to rock with Demopoulos in that one, man. Because when it comes to jujitsu, like Demopoulos, her jujitsu was really good too, and her hands are really good too. Like, or you know, they're strong. It's like she gets hit a lot, but that girl keeps coming. That girl keeps coming. But yeah, this one should be interesting, y'all. Should be good. Uh oh yeah, back to this. Easy said, here's a question: can Ricci beat the top girls if she can keep fighting at the pace she did against Hill? No, I meant to say no to that, Easy E. I don't think it's really about the pace for Ricci. I think it comes down to like her size and how she's able to use it, and also like just power too. Like if she's not able to have anything pronounced like power, like Andrade did, then I think it'll be hard for Ricci to beat any of the top girls like that. Like maybe against the stand-up fighters like Lemos, if she's able to push that type of youthful pace on Lemos, like her, like if I really had to dissect it and say, okay, as a matchmaker, who does Ricci have a good chance against in the top? Okay, not Verna. Jan is big. Jan, she get taken down. Like early in fights, she used to get taken down a lot. Jan Janan did, but I think she's knowing how to use her size more. Marina, she could take down, but it all comes down to can she keep up that pace and can she get on the inside? Lemos is a maybe. So I would say maybe like the strikers, like Lemos or Rodriguez. Those are the ones where she'd have to push that fighting pace that she has. Like it might be doable against Lemos if she can get by the power, if she can keep it on the ground, if she can stay on the inside. But really, that's just a big if, man. Like it's hard for me to see Ricci beat any of the top girls, using that pace. It's got to be more than pace. It's got to be like her IQ, like I said, and getting respect in these fights. That's how I see it. Okay, and yeah, last thing I wanted to say here too, man. Like this is crazy, man. Like Casey O'Neill, man. There's a lot of eyes on Casey O'Neill right now, man. Casey O'Neill, everybody wants to fight Casey O'Neill. It's crazy. I just wanted to say, man, it's weird because I was just looking on IG again, and I see that Lauren Murphy wants to fight with Casey O'Neill, and of course, y'all know Wang Tong wants to fight with Casey O'Neill. So it's like your fighters that are exiting, like, Lauren Murphy wants to retire. And then Wang Tong, she wants to make a statement and come in the game. Like everybody wants to target Casey O'Neill right now, So there's a target on Casey O'Neill's back out here. Casey O'Neill, she's targeted by people thinking that, okay, I can get an easy win off her and ride off in the sunset, or I can get an easy win off her and get ranked. So to me, this should be motivation for Casey O'Neill to, really step up her game, man, and get better as a fighter because I don't know. Like, is this a thing that they're seeing? Like, do they see her as easy competition? Or do they see her as like a test? Like, what is it here? Because I don't really see a lot of people calling for somebody that brings that test, like Kareem Silva, right? Like, Lauren Murphy was scheduled to fight Kareem Silva, remember? And Wang Tong, she didn't call out Kareem Silva. So I'm just saying, like, they must see something in Casey O'Neill. So it's up to Casey O'Neill to step it up now, man. That's why I was saying, like, the whole time, like, I'm not ragging on her saying I hate her as a fighter. I think that, yeah, she's just got to really work on what she's doing. Like, she got volume, cardio, and heart, but she's got to start slowing that pace down and working on her defense. She's got to make sure that she's got everything covered, all them points covered, man, because for some reason, people see you as a target. So when they see you as that target, they're going to say, oh, okay, I'm going to keep calling this person out. So you got to have the skill set to surprise them. You got to build yourself up, man, and you got to surprise them. Casey O'Neill, definitely not one of my favorites, but I want to see her improve. I want to see her get back into the mix because I want to see some young fighters at flyweight. If she was to fight Lauren Murphy, you'd rather see her win, right? Because I want to see Lauren go out on a victory and hate to see her go out on an L, but what's better for the division, right? Casey O'Neill winning that fight. So Casey O'Neill, I think, that's just something I want to talk about real quick because, I just think that's crazy, man. Like fighters from different gaps are calling her out, somebody that's retiring, somebody that just got here. They all kind of see something in her, like, and that's how I see it, because it's just like, if they wanted a real test, people would be calling for Natalia Silva, Karine Silva, shoot, for the most part, not a lot of people call out Miranda Maverick. Not a lot of people call out Miranda. Miranda calls out people. Shoot, Miranda called out Casey O'Neill, but not a lot of people call out Miranda, not a lot of people call out Ariane Lipsky. So I'm just saying, like, there's something in her that some people see as like a springboard. They just see like a springboard, which is good for her. I mean, it makes her a target as far as people watching, but it makes you say, okay, well, if they see me like this, I got to get ready. I got to get ready. I got to get ready for what's to come. All right. Let me see. BJ said a patient O'Neill is a dangerous O'Neill. Well, yeah, she got to be patient in these fights. She got to take away that I like to get hit mentality, because you don't want to get hit by Wang Tong or even Lauren Murphy. You know what I mean? Like, Lauren liked to bang too, I mean, Lauren got like power, but she'll throw a lot of shots, Josh said, let's talk about Dakota. Man, you just missed it, man. We already talked about her. That was like an hour ago, man. We were talking about her for a while. I already saw your comment from earlier. That's why we already talked about her. Closum said Casey has looked better since she switched gyms. I'll give her that. Yeah, that was evident in her last fight. She just gotta slow the pace down, and start picking her battles in the fight. Don't stand and bang in there too much like that. So yeah. I think much like with Ricci, there's a lot of work to be done. There's just a lot of work to be done, but as long as she got youth on her side for now, we'll see how far she gets. She should be able to do it. All right. Oh yeah, and Jacqueline Cavalcanti, she got her win. Jacqueline, man, I'm thinking that as far as what she brings to the table, it could make 135 interesting. I just hope that she's got that physicality and strength, man, like that strength to handle some of those bigger girls. And that's the next test I want to see Cavalcanti in there with, man. I want to see Jackie in there with like a big grappler. I want to see her in there with a hard grappler, I definitely want to see her fight somebody like that next, to see if she can handle that type of strength and keep strikers back like that. So yeah, Jackie, man, she looks good on the feet though. She definitely looks good on the feet. That was a good fight. Her versus somebody like Carol Rosa. You fight somebody like Carol Rosa. That's good. Oh, I appreciate that, Josh. Sergio said, whatever happened to Courtney Casey? Oh, Courtney Casey, I know she had got pregnant. She left. She got pregnant. She had gotten pregnant. She had a baby. And I believe, yeah, she had already got cut too. I think she did. Yeah. Yeah, drop that like, Josh. Appreciate that. Everybody hit that like button. Yes, sir. Easy said Jacqueline impressed me. Her striking was money. Yeah, I like her striking, man. I like her striking. I think, it's good for the division. And the way she moves, it's not just like going in there, rock 'em, sock 'em. If not this year, I'd like to see her in there with a test like Carol Rosa. Like Carol Rosa might surprise her as somebody that's big and like to brawl. Let's see if she can neutralize Carol Rosa's type of striking or Carol Rosa's takedowns. If she gets higher, I like to see her fight. Yeah, Yana Santos, Jackie versus Yana Santos. That's a good fight. Yeah. So I think the door is open for Jackie too right now. She's part of this up and coming part of bantamweight. Who'd you have? Norma Dumont, Kayla Harrison, and all of them. So she's on the lower end right now, and I know she's not ranked yet, but I think that Jackie has some good things going for her right now. And she did outstrike a big fighter in Melissa Croden. That's a big bantamweight. So I think her strikes do have pop on them. I do think she has a lot of pop on her strikes, but we'll see as they get bigger. Yeah, Yana, that'd be a good one though. When who else? Grappler, Misha Tate, anybody like that, man. Anybody. Yeah. But yeah, I was impressed with her striking too as well. Okay. But that's it for me, man. I got to get ready to get up out of here now. I was an hour and a half. I started just an hour. But I am done, y'all. Appreciate the conversations and everything. Make sure y'all hit that like again. Like I say, just to always fill everybody in on some WMMA talk. You're welcome, Brian. Let me see. Yeah. What's going on this weekend? Nothing major. I don't know, man. Well, I was supposed to do a round by round with Grasso Shevchenko, the rematch. I might do that next week or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm getting up out of here, y'all. Always good conversation with y'all, and that's how I like to keep it. Y'all always keep it on topic, keep it civil, and keep it WMMA, right? Keep it WMMA when you're in here. And good game today, man. That was a funny game, though. I was just, I really wanted to see where y'all was at with Ricci, just like as far as levels. And y'all, I see you. Okay. So yeah, on that note, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love. I am out. Peace.